Each of these people has agreed to participate in a documentary about shamanic healing rituals. They will all be taking extremely potent psychoactive plant medicines, specifically San Pedro cactus and ayahuasca. These medicines have been used by South American indigenous peoples for thousands of years, but with only one or two exceptions, none of our participants have used them before.
Things are okay with my life, and I'm kind of comfortable where I am. I don't necessarily have as much direction as I want, and I'm not really sure where I'm going to be in 5 years, and that's okay. And then other times I feel like, wow, I've really carved out a pretty boring existence for myself.
When I was younger, I was a little spiritual, but then I sort of felt like I was a little misled by quite a few things.
I know my issues, I have them clear, and I know what bothers me and what I don't like about my life or whatever, about my past and so on. However, I'm not crying all the time when I maybe I should.
I kind of go through life doing my best to not feel anxious. Like, I've created myself a very specific comfort zone. Trying a new restaurant is terrible. I don't want to try a new restaurant. That is why I have things like iPhones and Blackberries, and you can Google the menu first to make sure that before you get there, there's something that you eat.
We just met them, and I thought, they could be taking us away to, like, steal our kidneys or something. I mean, I just had, like, every negative sort of, like, thought you could have of not believing in something.
The project is the brainchild of Roberto Velez, whose own experiences with these medicines, under the guidance of Peruvian master shaman Jose Vargas, have changed his life. We asked him what his life was like a year ago, before he tried ayahuasca.
My happiness revolved on how much money I made that day. So if I didn't make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for the day, I was miserable. Make my wife miserable, not a good father. For a long time, we've sacrificed our family life for money. We justified it. Well, I got to go party with clients today. I got to go clubbing, got to go to a strip club. I have a 3-year-old son, Declan, who I'm sure if he could express his feelings, he doesn't want another toy. He doesn't want another $1 million in the bank. He wants his father. I suffered a lot from depression in my youth. I did most of my experimentation with drugs and alcohol in my very early years. Suffered for lack of guidance. I never felt fulfilled, no matter what. Big house, great, the rush is gone the next day. What's next? And through the use of ayahuasca on our last trip together, I feel complete. I've been freed from my chains of greed, the American way. I've dedicated, the majority of my capital, building schools in Fiji, helping an orphanage. Now the new school in Puerto Maldonado will be helping, which makes everyone at work think I'm crazy. Why would you ever dream of doing anything else? You know, you can get the money you make, and you're not a highly educated guy, you can have a Ferrari, anything you want. But the truth is, I don't believe that we're in this life for a piece of paper with a face on it. There must be a greater motive for our life and a greater reason for existence. Ayahuasca is showing me that path. This life that we all live right now is a thought in another reality. Like, oh, imagine if you just went to the beach. That imagining is your whole life. All the past life understanding has done to me is, as you have a million dots on the wall, and it's kind of put them together to show me this picture of who I am. We lower our senses to this piece of meat body so we get experiencing like love, music, birds, nature, children, parenthood. And so we're here to get something done. And it just kind of linked me to this umbilical cord right into my stomach with a greater reality, which makes all my worries insignificant. My happiness is not based on a number anymore. It's based on living life, on my family, and trying to help others. I met you by coincidence. I met other participants here by complete coincidence. And we've all come together to make something happen. Doing a documentary on ayahuasca in San Pedro. And that's my purpose.